This video is going to be called Foot Massage for those who've gone through hell, for those versions of you that have been through hell, for the parts of you that maybe still feel like they're in hell or visiting hell. We're going to attend to some hell energy that might be stuck in the body. And because I really want to leave you in the peace and relief that we develop through our time here together today, I'm going to start with some celebrations. I want to say, my inner child, I got an email yesterday from YouTube that shared that in the past month, 232,000 watch hours of the videos, and my inner child was like, yes. Part of the hell I've experienced is being a channel, being a speaker, also like an orator, a person here to move energy through words. The energy is the important part, and the power and what can be created with those energy transmissions and how meaningful the relatedness can be. But words as an art form, and always having this intense relationship with energy, seeing energy moving, sensing it, and feeling like that's one of my primary skills or faculties. I'm realizing I forgot to put my rings on, but that'll be okay. I have some other things to make some. Nice. Anywho, inner child, so grateful to all of you for this fulfilling experience of being heard and seen and getting to share these gifts, these skills that come really naturally to me, and that I've also worked for in ways like liberating myself and letting myself come on this platform. It took many, many years, and decades that often felt like hell. I'm celebrating 2 people. I'm not totally sure where they came from, but I saw their signups yesterday for Mission. Mission is my 10-week full certification Reiki program. So you get your level 1, 2, 3 Kundalini, Millennium, Reiki attunements. You also get a gold attunement and purple attunement. Kundalini Millennium Reiki includes past life, birth trauma, DNA, location, relationship, diamond, crystalline. I feel like there's a couple others, but those styles of Reiki. And we practice those together, and everything is paced over 10 weeks. This is a FukYES mini mystery school, so it is about there is direct instructions and information, but it's also about the indirect and the subtle and the non-verbal experiencing as much as the verbal transmissions, a lot like these videos. So if you really like my style, if you resonate a lot here, if you feel recognition in my work, in my offerings, and you're curious whether you want to be certified to develop your own professional statements and offerings and service, if you want it as like a lifestyle choice, which is how I primarily use Reiki, like just all day through the day, being this unconditionally loving channel for energy, which doesn't mean I'm always having easy access. I'm still having to recognize the parts of me that have been through hell, that are really tempted to shut down, that are conditioned in resistance and sometimes resentment, etc. So there's room for all of it. You come as you are, and it's, in a way, choose your own adventure. There's 6 group calls. 3 of those are attunements. 3 of them are journeying, meditation, hypnotic, psychedelic, nurturing experiences. And there's time for us to chat and connect and to practice together, because alchemy is this expand and contract rhythm of waves. So we ride that together to build security, safety, stability inside ourselves, in our own body and energy bubble. And so you can show up to those calls, whether you've read anything, whether you've listened to the transmissions, whether you've done the practices. No one's holding you to anything, and you get to ride your own momentum and then also ride the momentum of the group to do the program in an authentic, nurturing way to you, however you have room for it. You can email me if you have questions, or there's a link in the description for more information. There's a whole website with lots of words and images. And then there's also a link to just sign on up. Yeah. All right, we're going to get into it now. So dropping in. I'm grounding my body, letting my feet tap dance, slap the floor, calling my attention through my whole body. I invite you to do this with me if you can. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're like... It's like saying yes to full circulation, because your awareness is up here. There's kind of always things going on here, unless we're really excellent at meditating and stilling the mind, which I'm improving at a lot, but still pretty busy, as you can see from all the words that move through me. But a stillness is required to trust oneself as a channel. So there's both, and we really want to touch both ends of the spectrum in this offering here today, to be of service, to touch on the hells that we've been through, and also the bliss of sensation of allowing energy to move through the system, no matter where we've been or where we're going. The liberation that arrives, that is naturally ours through embracing the channel, the energy highway that we are, and opening it up and allowing energy to be recycled. So if you will, get comfy. I'm really feeling some attention on the heart and the belly. Calling a deep inner safety forward. And with our quality attention, dissolving resistance with recognition. Feeling safe inside yourself to receive and to release. When we've been through scary stuff, or been conditioned in environments of fear-based behavior, it can be really tempting to receive and try to hold on to that, mirroring the pain that we're usually holding on to. Full body sweeps. When I have someone on my massage table, whether it's for Reiki or body work or reflexology, I usually start with a big body sweep. Anything that's loose, that's already ready to be recycled, that's lingering in your field, in your subtle energy body. Return to nature, return to the cosmos to be recycled as fresh, unconditionally loving life force energy. So you're safe to let that swooping happen now, to access a deeper sense of the safety that is your birthright in these bodies. Connected, resourced. And coming to your heels, cupping them and holding them and letting them get heavy, letting the full weight of the hell that you have walked through, crawled through, been dragged through. Anywhere you've had to dig your heels in for your own survival. Letting that weight seep into my hands now. I trust my feet anchored on the earth, my body as a vessel for recycling. I'm willing to be in this strength and openness for you now. Letting any and all of it that you can drain from you now, the density of that having to dig in survival moments, where your body might have been rigid with fear and survival instinct. I really like this song, and I'll link it below, by Nick Mulvey, called Give It to Callie, and I'm really feeling that Callie energy in me now. To give it all to me. And the song is like, give it to Callie, but don't tease her. Don't give her a little bit. Give her all of it. She wants all of it. Let it all go. She's hungry for it. And she's not judging you for it. Wants to consume it, devour it. Let it churn and become freshness again. Feel like I'm reaching up your legs, calling through your hips, your internal organ, all of your soft tissue, just inviting the electric current, the buzz through your body. Feel free to shake or wiggle, just saying yes, yes, yes to the energy movement and the release, and calling it all down towards your feet. I stand here a proxy for Kali, and for Mother Earth, and for the goddess energy that is living enlightened truth. Such high vibration that simply cannot judge you. It's not in the range to judge any of this energy being recycled. You're approved, completely acceptable and appropriate, whatever is being released from your body right now. And I think there is a correlation to the popularity of the foot massage videos. And I get it. I lived with a woman who's a reflexologist, and she would rub my feet. Maybe it would be 5 minutes or hours, when I'd go through something, when I'd meet the hells of my life. And there was lots of hells coming up at that time. I was still really struggling with addiction, family of origin and community, sense of not belonging, and abuse, and the self-abuse that comes when we don't have the skills to discharge and circulate energy in ways that enable our natural flexibility and openness in stabilized, secure, safe ways, even in any environment. We have that power, but it's convenient for I resist saying it, but it's convenient for evil authorities, whether it was consciously evil or unconsciously. But this version of evil is the disempowerment of people in dismissing, discouraging, reprimanding, punishing discharge and circulation. Healthy, active, moment by moment, day by day, discharge and circulation of emotional energy, which is the same as just charged energy that needs to move through the body, or else it debilitates the body, the being, in some or many ways. So the feet, having your feet touched and rubbed is really uncomfortable. It's so vulnerable sometimes for some people. But when we feel safe, like I felt safe with this woman I was living with, really safe, maybe safer than I'd ever felt with another human, because we had really similar experiences and processing, and we were able to acknowledge, wow, we need this energy movement, and we promoted it in each other and got to have these incredible conversations along the way. Sorry, my screen went off there. We get to return to when we really let ourselves access vulnerability, just gently stroking the full bottom breadth of your soles of your feet. When we get to both your heels are resting in my left palm, my left hand, your left side is receiving, so you can still just let that energy drain if it's still flowing, still sending it into the earth to be recycled for you, for us. But when we feel vulnerable, that's an openness. And that's an openness we want to build safety and security and stability with, where energy is allowed, given permission to be in movement, to be in circulation. And as the energy drains through the heels and into the earth, also sweeping upwards now, pulling energy from the head and twisting this like silvery, like troll, like the toy trolls with those wild hair that stands upwards. It's like that, this silvery white troll hair, and we are spiraling it all the way up to source, where it's naturally connected to. Reconnecting any strands that were cut, that were maybe attached somewhere else. Just combing through that energy field to reconnect the flow with source. dog just stuck his head through the chair and is sniffing my butt. Eager for... Yeah, everybody's waiting for breakfast, eh? Yes. We're doing this nourishment first. And then we'll all feast together, okay? In celebration of this release and reconnection. Your energy is feeling really gorgeous to me, and whatever level of surrender you're accessing, that surrender is coming through. And I know how challenging and vulnerable that can be for you, for us. I'm going to sit with your feet gently here. They're still rooted. Sending those roots down. All the way into the earth. Really plugging in. Nice. And then letting the energy keep flowing. If you're still releasing, draining, go for it. This will not drain you. There's infinite life force available, and we will make sure that you slurp lots of that back up. And you're so powerful that you can actually do both all at once. You can, or both simultaneously in a rhythm that serves you really, really well. So it's like exhaling, releasing, and then inhale, slurp it up. All the fresh, grounding earth energy that your body naturally attunes to and can thrive with. Likewise, we're exhaling. Recycled cosmos and source. Slurping up that infinite life force energy, unconditionally loving energy. This is Reiki. Slurping as much as you need or want. You're not taking it away from anyone else. Ooh, and letting that mingle, dance inside of you. I'm going to squeeze your big toe. Breathe with me. I'm going to squeeze even a little bit tighter. Exhale. Inhale. Squeezing even a little bit tighter. Exhale. And I'm releasing. Inhale. Touching each of your toes all the way, full surface of every one of your toes. I'm saying hello to the entirety of your brain, your mental faculties, all of the, I wish I knew more brain words, but all of the pathways, all of the sections, all of the crevices, all of the cupboards and caves where things have been hidden. Hello, and I am not scared of you. There's nothing hiding in your mind that I fear. And that's a gift that I can give you here. It might bring up some fear in you, because as people we tend to be afraid of what's in our own mind, what it means about us. And sometimes we protect memories as these meaning-making, identity-making elements inside of us. Like, this is who I am, this is what I've been through. Inviting release of any of that energy here and now. Pulling it from your toes. In the gentlest, loving, graceful, approving way. And anything that you're determined to hold on to, you go for it. You do you. But if you're ready to release, I'm here to assist, and anything that is ready to release is being assisted now. Because you are this brilliant awareness underneath all of it. You are this liberated spaciousness that's so loving and kind and anywhere, any ways that that's been, I'm going to use the word perverted in the broadest spectrum of the term, where it's distortion of pure loving kindness, where you've had to experience that inside yourself or in environments, massaging into those places where any of that is held. Anywhere you're willing, you're allowing to be touched, stroked, gently, generously invited to come forward and to release the density. This isn't some magic spell of, forgetting or forgiveness, so we can work on the liberation of the mind from attachment to memory as this haunting or heavy thing. And I think that is naturally happening here. I think forgiveness arrives internally. It's the most imperative part. Sometimes our human has to forgive our soul for agreeing to this mission that we're on, this quest, this crazy human experience. And sometimes some parts have to forgive other parts for what they believed or how they behaved or what they said yes to when they meant no, or for not being listened to when they said no. Reaching like between your toes, working on the balls of your feet and around the, I don't know what it's called, but like where a bunion would grow, that bone. That's actually like your breastplate. So we're working on this chest and heart space and the shoulders that can carry lots of resentment. the weight of the world. Recycling up and down, up and down. Breathing all around, breathing all through you, all through your energy field. This is your space. This is your domain. This is your zone of authority. And we're really reclaiming that and releasing any of this energy that's holding any stories, any energy of any different perspective where it's your bubble and your zone of authority has been abused or ignored or squashed, crinkled, shrunken, shriveled. Reclaiming all of it. Moving on to the pads, the arch of your feet. And reaching around too and to the top. Actually, there's a place like there between your toes, between the knuckles, onto the top. It's a really nice place to stroke if you're experiencing right now any emotional discomfort. I invite you on your hands or your feet. And I'm doing it too. You are safe inside yourself. Even if you've had many experiences of that not seeming true, I'm here to help you remember. You are magnificent. Exactly as you are and underneath it all. And that ripples through all the layers that you might feel compelled to judge or be uncomfortable with or wish wasn't there. The magnificence of you showing up here and of what you truly are at the center of it all is rippling through all of the layers, and we are sending that energy through your spine and the back of your heart. And it's rippling through all of your organs in your skeletal system. Being circulated through your bloodstream, and your lymph. And we're back to the heels. Picking them up. Your muscles are saying yes, yes, yes to that ripple effect of the recognition of how magnificent you are now and always, no matter where you've been, what you've done or said, what's been done or said to you. Big exhale here. I'm feeling some waves of nausea. Letting any of that go ahead and embody it if you can. Even do it. That energy is being recycled. It's allowed to come up. No longer be clogging up your energy centers. I had no idea that was going to happen, but it makes sense. The disgust, the discomfort, and also we are moving through layers, foundations where you thought you were standing on or where you've been comfortable standing on, and we're letting that dissolve. And so there's a deepening, and there can be this kind of drop zone sensation of deepening your presence in yourself. So let any nausea, any sensation of any kind rise up, and let it move through you. And if you can dramatize it in a safe way with yourself, that helps the energy to move through, and the inner child knows exactly how to do it. And that's what was discouraged in lots of us. Being dramatic, being emotional, being sensitive, being impulsive, being primal and primitive in the ways that our body knows how to move energy. And so when something is disgusting and disturbs the system, there is a natural rejection of it. And if we've swallowed that, that's what's coming out in the I'll help you pull that. Yes. Letting energy move through you in any way. I would say, excuse me, it's part of what's happening here, though. No shame in the way your body, whether it's yawning or burping, I can be a real belcher. Like there's it's a way of releasing. You don't want that tension, that gaseousness stuck in your precious insides. You're not gross. You're magnificent. Oops, my screen went off again. Guess that means we're going pig time. Oh yeah, 40 minutes. I'm loving being with you here in this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is feeling like there's a lot of surrender, a lot of capacity for a deeper sense of serenity being accessed. Softening where there was stiffness. I'm gonna do like the snake sound and just hold your feet and invite any release of grief, fear, density from your lungs, okay? Clear the way for deep breaths moving forward to maintain, sustain, and continue expanding what we're doing here today, which is your liberation, the natural luxury that you are completely invited to live in, that is in resonance with deep parts of your self and absolutely your soul. So you can join me if you feel safe to do so, or you can let this move through me. Amazing. Sealing this with an infinity sign. Please feel free to write to me in the comments or by email. If you want to share anything, feel free to share your story. Feel free to share how this worked for you, or make requests, or yeah. Great, really, really grateful to do this work together, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Deep breaths, lots of water. Allow the flow to continue. Notice the natural contraction and expansion, just like the heartbeat. If you meet moments of resistance, breathe there, be with sensation. It'll open back up, and in the openness, breathe there and be with the sensation, and it will retract a bit. Always. And we can build momentum in the safety and security that we feel inside ourselves, riding those waves. And I really love you.